Enjoy the first of a kind sports film festival in Chennai, and congrats to RUC for it. So, for the launch of RUC, we are going to do something special here. I would like to call Mr. Narain Karthikeyan here, please. So, Narain is going to unveil the jersey, and Selva is going to get it. That was really special. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for being here. Special thanks to Narain. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Selva. I've been associated with sports for quite some time, but like all of our dreams, I switched to cancel the dream and went behind business. And finally, I'm back here. Narain, we've known each other for long. We've been in the racing circuit. And of course, he went on to become the Formula One driver. And anyway, thanks for Narain. Thanks for doing this for us. Over to Vinayta and Narain. They'll keep you engaged with the best fireside chat I can expect.
Thank you, Selva.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Really happy to be here at the RUC Sports Film Festival. What can I say? It's the first time it's been, such a sports festival for movies has been, conducted in Chennai, and really happy to be here and wishing RUC the very best in all their endeavors. And what can I say? I'm sure you all liked the movie, and actually, it's based on a real life F1 driver, but of course, it's dramatized a bit. But I really enjoyed the movie for sure.
That was going to be my first question. So, why don't you take a seat so we shall talk about it? Also, don't worry, we'll open up to the audience for some questions if you have anything to ask, probably at the end. Hello. So you said that it was dramatized a little bit. So how much was true?
Well, Formula One is a very, very tough sport. It's the pinnacle of motorsport, and it's always been a big challenge to be there. You're one amongst the 20 special drivers in the world, and takes a lot to get there. A lot of hard work, and from backgrounds such as ours from India, you need to work even more harder to get there. And now you're in the public eye much more than what we when I started, with all the social media and everything. So it's a extremely tough sport physically and mentally, and driving is only 10% what you do outside the car. And the financial backing and so many other things that go with it, the right brakes, the right team. I can go on forever, but I said it's a little bit dramatized because Brad Pitt's team was placed very lowly on the grid, but then they do a lot of bend the rules a little bit, and that is not possible. So yeah, that was a little bit dramatized, but overall I think it was a great movie. And as I told you, it's based on a real life Formula One driver, Martin Donnelly, who had a very bad accident in 1990, and he was potentially a world champion, they said. And so unfortunately he couldn't come back like what the movie portrays, but nevertheless, it's much of it is quite accurate, and it's very well made, and you see all the work that goes into it. It's a team effort, huge team effort.
It was a really well made movie. I can't deny that. And also, you were a design developer for a while, and how did that help you being a racer? And I'm sure it was.
Well, I do a lot of work with Tata Motors.
Yes.
Basically benchmarking and the dynamics of the new cars. So how this happened was Mr. Tata was supporting my Formula One program, and he was on the board of Fiat. And he saw one Michael Schumacher do a lot of work for developing the road cars. So he came back and got me involved with the Tata group, Tata Motors, to do a similar kind of role. And we are part of the vehicle engineering team, which specializes in the dynamics of the Tata platforms. And I've had this role since 2008, and it's well over 18 years now and continuing. So, very, very happy. And as I told you earlier, sponsorship is something that is, crucial for a driver, especially for, drivers from our country, because the sport itself, the barriers are firstly, whether it be two-wheeler or four-wheeler racing, it's such an expensive sport because the equipment you need to get the best equipment, and motorsport is a specialized form of the equipment is all high tech, space age, so for safety and so many other reasons, so it's expensive. So in my case, I still have the support of the Tata Group, and sponsors are the most critical, crucial now. As I told you earlier, there's so much more coverage, and for motorsport, Netflix has done a great job in promoting Drive to Survive. So suddenly everybody is watching Formula One, so there should be more potential sponsors and so on.
What's your favorite sport to watch? சும்மா வீட்டில் உட்காந்து டிவியில் பார்க்கறதுக்கு.
Of course, F1.
Apart from okay, forgot to mention, apart from F1.
Yeah, but nothing else really matters. I watch motorsport and more motorsport, and a little bit of cricket. When Sachin Tendulkar is huge F1 fan. He came to some of my races, and of course, when he was playing, and I did a few commercials with Dhoni and stuff. So, I used to watch a bit of cricket, not anymore. Bit of tennis, but
Okay.
nothing as
Do you play
focused.
any sport?
Yeah, just the gym. Enough sport, I think. Enough for me.
Some more time passed, badminton?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Strictly no.
And I'm still quite lucky to be fit, and whenever I drive a racing car, I'm on the pace. So that's what really matters, and that's why when Ajit asked me whether I wanted to do it, I'm not doing it just for the fun of it. I'm being going to we had to compete, no matter you have to compete in the attitude and the mindset of you have to be in your category, you have to be P1, and that's what is fun, just to be there, and at this stage in my career, a lot of effort to so yeah.
What's your favorite personal car to drive?
Well, I have a lot of favorite cars. I can keep you talking about it, but I would say the 911 Porsche 911 GT3. I had one, and I don't have it anymore, but I love it, and I hope I can get one sometime.
Okay, do you like Coimbatore more or Chennai more?
That's a trick question. Yeah, I was born in Chennai, but live in Coimbatore, and very recently, last 4 years, I've been living in Bangalore as well. So, of course, Chennai is a lot of good memories here, because I started driving in our Chennai racetrack, MMRT, way back in '93. Was only 14, 15 years old, and it's so special memories for sure.
That was really nice. So before we end, would you like to ask the audience for a few questions, a couple of questions? Do you have time?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, anybody from the audience? Yes. There's an extra mic. Okay, we'll just take 2 questions. So one more person, if anybody has. You have? Okay, give it to him.
This is a light-hearted question. Who do you bat for this time, Piastri or Norris?
Well, I mean, both are talented. I think Norris went through a little bit of, by bit of a bad patch last race, being unlucky with the DNF. But you have to say that, Piastri has the edge right now. So, I would say, imagine if he continues this way, he's going to win it.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi. You say that this is an elite sport. For example, according to you, I mean, you own a lot of institutions, things like that. You come from a very, very wonderful family and all, you know. How about a person, I mean, like, who is a very ordinary person, I mean, who doesn't have wealth and all? This kind of people, can they compete in this kind of car races? And can they come up? Is there, in the history, are there any examples in the whole world?
Not in our country, but of course, Lewis Hamilton comes from a very humble background, but he's made it. He's 7-time world champion, but it's going to be very extremely tough. Even if you have all the sponsorship, you still have to go to the track and deliver. So at that point of view, competition doesn't see if you're if you have the resources or if you don't. But end of the day, myself, I had the backing of the Tata Group. So corporate sponsorship, no matter how privileged background you have, you need to have, this sport requires a lot of backing. So yeah, unless there is a lot of corporate support, it's going to be quite difficult for anybody.
Thank you.
Hi. Here. I don't know. I'm quite late to the session, but still, I just want to ask one question regarding Ajit Kumar Racing Team, which you have joined recently. And being a Ajit fan, I mean, it's not like a fanboy thing. We are happy for what Mr. AK is doing. And now, since you have joined, can you just tell few lines about the team and what's their goal going forward, or like they have some big inspirations or aspirations regarding?
Yeah, the immediate goal, of course, is to establish. So Ajit Kumar Racing, Ajit sir வந்து இப்போ our goal வந்து to put an Indian team together. So முதல் சொன்ன மாதிரி I know Ajit sir for 25 years. Because he's also interested in racing, was always interested, bike racer அவர் இருந்தார் முதல். So various goals, to your going back to your question, this is step one, and later on there are a lot of plans which I think first you take one step at a time, and that's the first step, is to establish this team, and he's becoming better as a driver as well. So அது எனக்கு தெரியாதுங்க. அவர் இப்போ இல்லை, இப்போ இல்லை, அவர் அவங்க 2 பேர் இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அப்படியா?
சார் இங்கே சார் சமீபத்தில் ஏகே அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, இந்தியாவிலேருந்து F1 வின் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரியான விஷயங்கள் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதுவும் இல்லாமல் இன்னொரு விஷயங்கள் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, நீங்கள் என்ன ப்ரொமோட் பண்ண வேணாம், ரேசிங்கை ப்ரொமோட் பண்ணிடுங்க அப்படின்ற மாதிரியான ஒரு விஷயமும் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டும் கொடுத்துருக்காரு. எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க? தமிழ்நாட்டில் அந்த விழிப்புணர்வு அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருக்கா ரேசிங்கில்? அண்ட் அவர் சொன்ன அந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட், F1 வந்து இந்தியாவிலேருந்து வின் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரியான விஷயங்களும் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, அது எப்படி பார்க்க?
ஸோ தமிழ்நாடுன்னு எடுத்துட்டிங்கன்னா, நம்ம இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர், as far as infrastructure is concerned, தமிழ்நாடுல தான் மோஸ்ட் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ரேஸ் ட்ராக்ஸ். F1 டிரைவர்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டிங்கன்னா, போத் த டிரைவர்ஸ் ஆர் ஃப்ரம் தமிழ்நாடு. ஸோ இந்தியா, நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு ஹிஸ்ட்ரி இருக்குது. தமிழ்நாடு has produced a lot of drivers. Having said that, Budh track, Delhi, it's one of the best tracks in Asia. So yes, of course, 20 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நான் F1 ஓட்டினேன். So now there must be definitely a lot of kids, given the opportunity, they're going to do well.
ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட், சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் எந்த அளவுக்கு சப்போர்ட்டா இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? என்ன எவ்வளவு சப்போர்ட் கொடுக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
So see, motor racing was not even recognized as a sport, but since 2010 I got the Padma Shri award. Adukapram, of course we have recognition. The federation, FMSCI, the Federation Motorsports Clubs of India, they're doing their bit. So yeah, state government, of course, now last year we had the street race. So I mean, everybody is doing their bit.
Okay, just one more question. The last question.
அவர் வந்து ட்ராக்ல அடிக்கடி ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆகுது. உங்கள்ட்ட ஏதாவது சஜஷன் கேக்குறாங்களா? நீங்க ஏதாவது உங்கள்ட்ட இன்புட்ஸ் ஏதாவது கேக்குறாங்களா? நீங்க ஏதாவது கொடுக்குறீங்களா அஜித் அவர்களுக்கு?
I mean, accidents, racing goes hand in hand. அது part and parcel of racing.
தமிழ்நாட்டுல
Nice.
ரேசிங் நடந்தது சார். அது நீங்க எப்படி பாக்குறீங்க? அது தமிழ்நாட்டுல சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா நடந்ததா?
சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக தான் நடந்தது.